Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is week 5 update of my analytics project where I am analyzing staff turnover and financial pressure in NHS Trust using SQL and Power BI. Project context understand how staff turnover affect NHS Trust finances, especially spending on agency staff and overtiming. High turnover doesn't just high staff turnover just does not affect to the patient's care, but also puts pressure on the budget, and that's what I'm trying to uncover using data. What I have, what I had, what I worked on this week. This week I focused mainly on SQL analysis. First, I cleaned and prepared two key data sets like before: staff turnover data and financial data, including pay, agency, and overtime column. Then I started combining both clean table using join function to join the column of to combine the table of staff turnover and the financial spending. Then I started combining HR and the finance data, all trust level, which was a bit tricky for me because HR data was detailed by staff group and finance data is mostly at trust level. So I had to use join and CTEs and careful filtering to avoid misleading results. This week, the main task was to analyze my project through the some of the important questions solved by using SQL queries. Some of the questions like, do the trust with high staff turnover rely more on agency staff or overtime? The data shows that agency staffing increases much more than overtime when the turnover is high. Are high turnover trust more likely to overspend? Trust with high turnover rather than have high temporary staffing cost, which puts pressure on financial stability. Financial sun Are high turnover trust more likely to overspend? Trust with higher turnover rates often have higher temporary staffing cost, which put pressure in financial sustainability. Which trust are outliers? I identify the trust as out with both high staff turnover and a high agency plus overtime cost. These trusts were flagged as moderate or severe outliers. How does turnover affect cost structure? As turnover rises, temporary staffing becomes a larger percentage of its total pay, changing the cost structure of the trust. What I have built so far. At this stage, I now have clean SQL queries answering all business questions, clear metrics like average lever rate as a turnover rate, agency cost percentage of pay, overtime cost as a pay. Logic to classify trust by risk and outliers status. This gives me a strong foundation to move into Power BI dashboards. Beside this, I want to add, I started to hunt the job, especially in NHS job, from through the LinkedIn and the NHS.jobs.com websites. Um, because I believe that only the preparation is not sufficient, and that will not help me to land a job as long as I'm not hunting the job. So I'm preparing myself, studying hard. Uh, Parallelly, I'm also trying to find some jobs. That's why I applied like 10 to 15 jobs in NHS, and still the main problem with me is like I can't apply jobs wherever I want because of that visa sponsorship restriction. I only need to apply the jobs wherever they offer me sponsorship, like in mostly in NHS, band 4, 5, 6, yeah. But I can't do the entry level jobs in finance or any bank, anything like that, because even I can't even do the internship because of the visa restriction. So it's quite hard for me to choose the job which only gives you a sponsor. But I'm not backing me down. I'll try my best. And as I applied like 10 15 jobs, most of them rejected me this week. This week I got a lot of email rejecting my application. But one of the websites, one of the jobs, one of the organization, they give me a feedback of not applying, and I am not applying in that relative to that job description is something like that. um, the rejection is not demotivating me like that, but instead it is more motivating to study hard and apply again, because I'm thinking for the long term, and this is my long term journey. So I'm trying my best to do apply jobs, study hard, and then work parallel. If not now, then I will land a job anyway in the later future. But all I need to be is consistency, and next week I will build a dashboard using a Power BI, visualize turnover versus agency and overtime spend, highlight the risks and the outliers trust clearly, turn this into this portfolio, or to this my end-to-end portfolio projects. Yeah. It's and my study routine is same as usual, giving minimum 1 hour. But on Saturday, I got busy with my home, with my own stuff, so I could not give more time to study, so that I could not finish my Power BI part this week. But so yeah, consistency that does not mean that you have to do every week, every day, each and every time. But I believe that consistency is not giving up. Instead, if I miss one day also, I'll be back next day, and then I'll continue to study over and again. This was all for today. If you are in the same boat like me, who wants to change their career or stuck in the jobs which you don't like to do because of the many reasons, if you find this video useful, you can subscribe me, like me, subscribe me. You can do whatever you want. Thank you very much. Bye bye. See you next time.